Hello, welcome to Inside BioIT. I'm Bridget Catelli with BioIT World Conference and Expo, where science and technology converge to advance precision medicine. Today I'm speaking with Jenn Nava with the Broad Institute. Hi, Jen. Welcome.
Hi, Bridget. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, I just have a few questions to ask you. Can you just tell me a little bit more about yourself and what you focus on at the Broad?
Yeah, sure. So I am the Chief Information Officer here at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard. My role here is to make sure our technology strategy is directing and enabling the science, whether that means modernizing the infrastructure, improving data discoverability, supporting AI, of course, and machine learning, strengthening the cybersecurity, or helping adopt new tools responsibly across.
Important work that you're doing. You are operating in a very different model than pharma. What are the biggest challenges you're facing right now when it comes to AI and data at scale?
Yeah, it's a great question. Biggest challenges I think for the Broad is that the Broad is not a specific single product, a single pipeline type of organization. It's very different than industry. We're a highly collaborative research institute with many scientific programs and platforms, labs, external partnerships. So, it's a strength scientifically, but it also means that data, tools, and workflows and infrastructure have, become somewhat decentralized. For AI, that creates a few real challenges for us. First, AI is only as good as the data that it can access and understand. So, if data and metadata are fragmented, hard to discover, or inconsistently described, it limits our ability to reuse the data and make it truly AI ready. So, second, the scale of that is enormous. Storage compute costs are real things. They're not theoretical, and they're definitely budget pressures, right? So, third, we have very different types of users, right? So we have computational scientists, wet lab scientists, platform leads, administrators, and external collaborators. So for me, the challenge isn't just how we bring AI to the Institute, it's how we create conditions for AI to be useful. And it usually means structuring better data management, better metadata, clear provenance of it, secure access patterns, and shared platforms, governance, and all of the things in between.
How do you strike the balance between enabling scientists to experiment freely with AI and putting the right guardrails in place?
I think the key there is to avoid framing innovation as governance as opposites, right? So in a research environment, scientists they need the room to experiment. This is the nature of discovery, but they also need trusted pathways so they know which tools are appropriate, which data can be used, and where the boundaries are. Our approach is to create guardrails, not gates. That means giving people approved tools, clear guidance, secure environments to play in, repeatable patterns so they can experiment without having to solve for the things like security and privacy, contracting, or the compliance questions that can complicate the discovery process.
And it sounds like a lot of different groups are often solving similar problems in isolation. How big of an industry is there? How big of an opportunity is there to connect these efforts and what's getting in the way?
Yeah, it's a very big opportunity. In a place like Broad, there's enormous creativity happening across the institute. Many groups are building tools on their own. They're building workflows using different data sets and methods that could benefit others, certainly within and externally in the organization. But because the environment is so distributed, those efforts can be really hard to discover, hard to reuse, and hard to scale beyond that original group. And what gets in the way usually is never a lack of willingness here. The Brodies are always willing and able to raise the guard and get going on exciting things. But it tends to be a lack of shared standards, lack of metadata, and unclear ownership. Uh, Different funding models tend to drive some of that disparity, and the fact that researchers are appropriately focused on their immediate scientific goals, right? So if a group needs to move quickly, they'll build what they need. That's understandable, but over time, it can create duplication, inconsistent practice, and a lot of technical debt. So, opportunities here are to connect the efforts without over centralizing. I mean, it means creating the shared platforms and reusable components, data libraries, and patterns that you would expect.
I'm really looking forward to your panel coming up at BioIT, where you will be talking about some of these challenges. It's really the kind of thinking we're bringing to the BioIT community. I thank you so much for joining us on Inside BioIT, where we highlight leaders shaping the next era of precision medicine. I'm Bridget Catelli. We will see you at BioIT World. And thanks so much, Jenn.
Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate it. See you at BioIT World.
Bye-bye.
Bye.